Mummy.
I'm loading up.
So am I.
Eventually, still loading.
Yeah, it's loaded for me.
Yeah, that's it. I'm on.
Well, this one I need real life people. Need real people. Human interaction, kind of. Oh yeah, I need to show you a video later.
Yeah.
I need to show you a video of the. It's funny. The guy just on Black Ops 2 just like I would say he was trolling, but he wasn't really. Like he wasn't. The video was called a trolling video in 2017, but he wasn't really trolling. Like he was just chatting a load of shit. Yeah, like he was just sort of talking, and some guy was like getting rude to him for no reason. It was like, I fucked your mum, innit? That's what he was saying.
God.
The other guy was saying that. Like, Jesus Christ, so we're not in like 2010 when year 5s or like year 4 or 5s used to say I fucked your mum all the time. I thought eventually people got past that.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus Christ, I didn't realise they still did it, even though the guy sounded like he was in his 20s. Like, Jesus Christ. I thought that was gone.
Well, I think so.
Prison of Elders welcomes you. Impress your warden, yes.
He was like, fuck your mum, mate.
Round 1. Machines of hate. Vex.
Jesus Christ, calm the fuck down.
Fight. Win. Live.
Last time someone said I fucked your mum to me, or was like year 4, and all you have to say is my mum's dead, and then they won't cuss you again. That's what I used to say whenever someone used to say that. I used to be like, my mum's dead, and then they'd be like, who's that woman who picks you up? And then I'd be like, that's my aunt. It was funny when that guy was on his bike and those security guards were trying to like ban him from the place. That
Oh yeah.
that was dead though. Even though he was looking to argue, they used like the lamest of excuses to try and kick him out. Like, you can't touch someone's property if it's just because you're on private land. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure people would be taking everyone's shit on private land. Could you imagine how rich the staff would be off of just confiscating shit, innit? Don't you think? Are you okay? I guess you missed my whole conversation then. Huh? I leveled up. Level 31 or 32.
Yeah. Close, isn't it? Level up.
Vex reinforcements advance.
Yeah, could you imagine how much money people would make off of saying, oh, you're on private property, we can take all your shit, innit? People would just be stealing people's stuff pretty much. They'd just be like, well, you're on private land, so we'll be able to take your phone. Something like that. Oh, you're on private land, so we'll just take everything in your pocket. We'll take all your money. What? Oh, we'll take your wife and kids.
Oh, fuck that.
No one would be able to go to their shops. Because people would just be stealing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I've never heard of such a silly excuse to take someone's bike before. You're on private property, like, because he was just riding around. Well, he said, if you take your bike out, I'll confiscate it or something. So he took his bike out. He didn't even ride it or anything, he literally just took it out. Fuck's sake.
There we go. Just stop coming in and out
See?
now.
Yeah, like, people can't say in the comments, oh, you was looking for the argument. You took your bike out. Just because he took his bike out doesn't mean that other guy can take his bike. Because he didn't actually ride it. So, really, he actually didn't break any laws or anything.
No.
Because if that happens, then people would take shit all the time. I know I'd fucking ride my bike if someone told me to take it out. If I took my bike into the St. Nicholas Centre and guy was like, go on, I dare you to ride it, I'd ride it. Like, say if I was in St. Nicholas car park and the guy was like, go on, take your bike out. Obviously, I'd take my bike out. I'd be like, well, you told me to take my bike out. You could easily report the person as well, because he told you to take your bike out, so technically he was the one who instigated it. He didn't instigate it if he's asking me to take my bike out, because he told me to do it. We casually died, so we have to start all over again.
Oh no.
Well, I died. I was pretty much on my own, and then this guy casually joined, got 2 kills and then died. So that just shows you how good he is. Might as well have just done it by myself. Yeah, you can't tell someone off when you told them that to bring your bike out. Also, when you instigate a fight, you're just as much, or argument or whatever, you're just as much to blame as the person actually fighting, because you're the one who started it.
You are, but then you don't have to avoid that.
Yeah. Like, if someone said your mom's gay, and you punch them, I'm gonna be in just as much trouble as you, because I snitched him up. I feel sorry for the people from Italy and Spain.
Why?
Because they're not going to be able to understand what anybody from Wales is saying.
Enemies come, Guardian. Thirst for your light.
I can't. I can't when they speak English. To be honest, 90% of the people that will be coming today might not even speak English anyway.
Well, yeah.
So they'd be fucked if they'd be fucked even if the stuff was speaking Welsh. This might sound rude, but don't you find that the people who always go on holiday to England can't actually understand English anyway? It's fucking annoying. I'd love to be like a tour guide though. I'd just speak English to wind everybody up. Did you see what happened in the Sun? Yeah, it was a similar situation to the people whose kids were born in England or whatever. Some woman was born in Germany, but her parents are from Nepal, so she has to go back there with her parents. Mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone outside of Europe is getting deported now.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Before, but that frown, didn't I?
Yeah. In my opinion, if you're born in a country, your parents aren't from there, you shouldn't be allowed to stay there with your parents because it's dumb. It's just dumb. It's the idea of leaving to another country that you're not born in is dumb. But I mean, it's not like they can just throw them into care, is it really? But it's dumb though. I think also if they've been there for like, say like more than 10 years or something, it's just an example, they should be just staying in it, 'cause what's the point? What's the point in leaving?
Well, yeah.
Well, first of all, they're not going to leave anyway, because if you've lived in a certain country for a certain amount of time, let's be honest, you're definitely not leaving.
Well, that's the thing, you've lived here for that many years.
And there's no point.
All you know.
Exactly. And this girl doesn't know anything about where her parents are from, because I read about it. She's never been to Macau or anything. She was born in Germany.
Yeah, I read that as well.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Round 2.
Soon everyone's getting deported, I swear. There's going to be no Polish people, and then England is going to seem like it's not England anymore with any Polish people living there. Isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's true though.
England's just going to be boring because there's no Polish people to be angry at.
And the thing is, even people that sort of like the men at home, they send all the money back to their wives and
Exactly. Even though they're cheating on them half the time.
Yeah.
I love the way, do you remember that when we was watching that show and the guy was like, I have a wife in my country, and while he's casually sleeping with some other woman, innit? That was hilarious. Like, if someone said, if you married someone who wasn't from your, or say you married someone and he was like, oh yeah, I'm just going to England, I'd be like, I'm coming with you because I know exactly what's going to be going down while you're in England. You're going to be cheating. It's because people who let their husbands do that are kind of like blind or not bothered, innit? Because could you imagine your husband being away for like 2 years or something?
What's the point?
Exactly. That's why you get married or whatever, because you're meant to live together forever or whatever, something like that. So you're not meant to be apart for years.
Target, Guardian. Kill or be killed.
It's kind of like if my cousin's wife moved to Poland. I was trying to think where she was from for some reason. It's like my cousin's wife, if she moved to Poland and was like, oh yeah, I'll send you money like every month. It's like, well, she's gonna be cheating. It's obvious. What do you think she's gonna do that whole time? It's because people don't like to live by themselves. Stuff like that.
Success. You have done it.
It's funny because my cousin, I'm not sure if his wife's had a baby, but it's gonna be interesting to hear what he sounds like, whether he sounds Polish or English. Yeah, but what I'm saying is his accent might sound foreign as well, innit?
Where do they live in?
Reading. Yeah, like a posh English one, innit? Maybe, I don't know. Depends. It depends, because the thing is, even if you're born in England, if you move to Poland, or your one parent is from another country, it's sort of a 50-50 chance you're gonna have a Polish accent or a English accent. But the thing is, yeah, there was like this little girl in Poland, yeah, whose parents were just didn't understand a word of English, but she was like 8 and she knew every word, yeah, and she sounded proper English. It was weird. It was bare weird. So, when I've got a cousin that's grown up, it's gonna be weird, or it's gonna be weird to see to know if he has a Polish voice or not, or an English voice, because it can be either, because they're so because they live in England, so he might just be here forever. I don't know. It depends. And fucking the only problem is with marrying a bloody woman from a different country means if they get divorced, she can take him wherever she wants.
Yeah.
This is why marrying a woman in a different country is always a bad idea. Because if you have kids, then that kid, if you obviously you won't be looking at that, especially if you're married. But you just have to take a moment to think about it. What will happen if you divorce or break up with your wife or whatever? She ain't gonna stay, innit? If she's whatever country she's from, she ain't staying. It's probably why she moved to England, to get a new start, innit?
Yeah.
From like men from a country, or just a fresh start. But when people have a fresh start and divorce, they sort of move on to different places, if you get what I mean. Like, she could move back to Poland whenever she wants. It's the fucking problem. But yeah, apart from that, she's the only person in my family who's foreign, like not English. If you take away the Irish people who pretty much are English. You okay?
Yeah.
You seem tired.
No, I've having problems with my laptop.
Oh, that explains why you're not saying a word.
Yeah, I am. Just to keep committing voices. I didn't know there was thing flashes out of the screen.
Reinforcements ready for combat. Destroy mines or die. Your choice.
Yeah, nobody in my family is actually from outside the UK, really, unless there's people I don't know about in it, because there's like people I've never met and stuff.
Stand ready. Enemy is advancing. Seek mines, destroy them, or die. Success, Guardian.
When they decide to make a High School Musical, none of it's gonna make sense because everyone's gonna be like 10 years older than when the last movie came out.
Victory, well earned.
I guess you're just gonna ignore me then.
Sorry, I didn't hear that one. You said this?
No,
No, go on.
no, I'm not saying a word,
Go
no,
on, please.
no.
Just trying to miss that one.
Return to airlock, Guardian.
One too many times. No, I'm not saying a word.
Rewind it to listen again.
You can't rewind it, so that's a shame.
Just don't know what's wrong with it.
Yeah, what I was saying was, when they do a High School Musical movie, it's gonna make no sense because everyone's gonna be like 10 years older than when the last movie came out.
I don't know.
They're gonna have to do like High School Musical 10 years into the future.
Oh, the reunion.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Towards your enlightenment. Fight. Win.
Yeah, it's not gonna make any sense. So it's kind of like when you thought the in-betweeners was everyone was gonna look barreled, but they didn't look too bad.
But apparently I heard they are doing another one.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned it.
That'd be cool.
I think they were talking to Zac Efron about it. I think I've read that in the paper. Like,
I can't remember.
I'm
what it said
pretty sure it
though.
was in the Sun, weren't
It
it?
was. And I don't know what it said about it. I can't remember now.
Yeah, I can't remember either. But I remember the headline coming
Yeah,
up.
and I remember thinking, oh, that'd be so cool. Because I don't care how old they are, it's so funny. But it must be like, I don't know, maybe they meet and go, I don't know. I wonder if I could comic book actually.
Just search High School Musical. That doesn't pop up with anything, then there's something wrong with the Google search.
More enemies.
Because
on
I remember that for sure.
dismantle mines, yes. Or
Damn, so it'll be 11 years into the future. I never saw it. Just because I thought it
Oh
was.
god, no, I never.
I
hated
never-
it.
I never saw it because I knew it was a kid's thing, so.
Yeah, I never saw it because I hated it.
And also,
Without seeing it.
and that's like many things
No,
with
because
you.
you always hear people singing it and like, oh, shut up.
Mainly because I didn't actually like,
I'm not into musicals.
no, me neither. So I didn't watch it.
you have done
Yeah, that's what it was meant to be called or something.
High School Musical. Let's have a look.
All I remember was that the sister from,
high
or
on
one of the people from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody was was a character in it. They need to do the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody reunion. I bet you the mom's like fucking 70 years old now.
No, he said he's working hard to shed his teen heartthrob image. He don't like that image.
Oh, it's because he's always in trouble for doing fucking shit. That's why. He's always in trouble for doing like dirty stuff and whatever, innit?
Hide, creatures of the darkness, arise. Kill them, dead guardian.
It's not too bad.
So the other one
Yeah, he's always getting in trouble for bullshit, innit? Like,
he has always had that
yeah,
High School Musical image, hasn't he?
yeah. It's only recently that he's gotten out of it, really,
Yeah.
because he's been working on movies that are sort of
Bit
like,
tougher.
yeah, like they're more adult movies. Like when I watched Bad Grandpa, he was in it, and
Yeah,
it was
Bad Grandpa.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'd not recommend that for the teenagers. That's for sure.
Stand ready. Enemy is advancing. Dismantle mines, yes. Or
He's basically away from his teenage image because yeah, I saw the cover for it or whatever. It's got him and some, yeah, him and The Rock. That's it. I knew it had The Rock in it. Or I knew it had someone on the cover as famous. He's been in loads of movies with The Rock. Yeah. Pretty sure the last movie that I watched, the last proper movie I watched had him and Zac Efron in. Zac Efron and The Rock.
So Polish, Jewish, American.
It's weird, isn't it?
Right, so in between them.
success. You have
They're not doing a reunion, but they should do.
enemies advance. Dismantle mines, yes. Or
My uncle, his brother's wife is Indian.
In between this person is his past return as adults in a new series and the hope to specify those.
Him and James Buckley are both in their own series on on BBC now. Have you seen it?
No.
I watched the first one and I thought it was shit, so I just turned it off. But yeah, they're on a show together.
you disappoint.
It was definitely too old now to do anything that's set in the sixth form.
Yeah, definitely.
Just a bit. I've got bloody kids and everything.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Um,
They probably all have kids. If not, they're all bloody married, that's for sure. Don't you think?
yeah.
Round
There's bloody 4 of them.
We could do the originals 10 years down the line, married with kids.
Yeah, exactly. That would
Do
be.
that now. Children. That's what these guys are doing in the context.
They should make it so that Jay is not married and he doesn't have kids or anything, because it would make it funny. And then, they should do in the series, they try and get Jay a girlfriend.
Oh. Try and hook him up with one.
Yeah. Try and hook.
He definitely shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely shouldn't be married. And Neil should be married with loads of kids or something.
Yeah, because that's what. Yeah, because he was always having sex all the time.
Yeah, he was always getting the girls.
I know. That definitely.
Oh, it's so amazing.
Oh yeah, in the series it has HIV in it. Do you remember? She told me I'm positive. Yes. Do you remember?
It's so funny. Joe is working James on. Oh, is it
Yeah.
White Gold?
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's fucking shit. It's fucking wank. I watched it. It's about car sellers or some car dealership. It's fucking wank. And it's not funny. The guy, the main guy, yeah, he's not funny. Hopefully it gets a shit rating so he can move on to the fucking in-betweeners.
That would be amazing. Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. But you could watch and keep laughing.
It's gonna be awkward when people watch it in like 10 years time. That means it'll be like 30 years old then.
Success, Guardian. Success. Incursion. Ready yourself. Minds must be dismantled or dead.
Yeah, then you've got the other good one. The one is it Buddy?
Yeah.
What's that called?
Don't know. Can't remember. People just do nothing, innit?
That's it.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's a really specific point of view, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that is brilliant.
They just sort of Mickey take, don't they?
He's my favourite character as well.
Yeah. Can tell. Even though you get his name wrong half the time.
Or the one, no, actually. The one who's got the grand.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Oh. Please. What was it called?
People just do nothing.
That's it.
Success. Victory. Well earned.
People just do nothing. Let's have a look.
Need you back in airlock, Guardian.
It's your buddy. That's it. I was right. Beats. Craig. Lines are obviously. Steve's. Was
Yeah.
it Steve's?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Decoy. Angel. It's Steve's. Oh, I love Steve's. Him and his gran.
Yeah, his grand casually died or
Yeah.
something.
final round. Stalker of the Vex, the Overmind Minotaur.
There's this dad here.
Yeah.
His family went to Greece and got married, his mum and dad.
Yeah.
2 of their kids got permission not to go into school.
Oh yeah, I think I read the headline, but I didn't read the
and one of the
article.
children who went to different school wasn't allowed permission, so he got a £60 fine, even though like, the parents were getting married.
Yeah.
So
Well, well, first of all, this is the problem. You're not gonna be like, oh yeah, you're not allowed to go to Greece. Oh, we got like your whole family's going, but you're not, so we're just gonna leave you.
Exactly, that's basically what he said. They're getting married. It's not just any holiday.
He can't just leave them at home because no one's gonna be able to look after them.
That's what he said. He said, what am I supposed to do? Take 2 and leave the other behind? It's an event where the children's father and stepmother are getting married.
Innit?
Showing commitment. So, we got fined £60 and Chris was like school. He didn't pay it, got pulled into court.
Yeah. I'd have fucking not paid it at all.
So he went into the school with £60, all in 2-pence pieces in a bucket and poured it all on the side.
Good, I'd have done the same.
But he's got their court.
I know. They're not going to leave them at home because they can't, because everyone's going to the bloody wedding.
Yeah,
You'd think so.
Like, also, it's wonderful what the kids do at school.
I know. Like, they're clearly not that old. They're clearly not that old, so they won't be doing GCSEs.
Well, 10 through 7, they were given permission from their school, but 12-year-olds who went to secondary school wasn't given permission.
So
to a
dumb.
parent's wedding.
Do you imagine, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to go to your parents'
Then,
wedding. Doesn't make any sense because you can't leave your kids at home because no one can look after them because you're getting fucking married abroad. That's why I went Poland, because I wasn't no one was at home. I know, like, in certain situations there should be rules where you're allowed out of school. Like, dumb stuff like booking holidays in half term you should be like, oh, booking holidays like in school time is the one thing I hate, but parents do that. I think parents do that just on purpose, just to pull out their kids.
Child is going to miss anything in their lives for a week?
I know. Do you remember when I went on holiday for like a week and all?
Yeah.
That was hilarious. I was out of school for like a week.
It's like someone said, like one of the comments a few weeks ago.
Minotaur.
Oh no, it says there are certain ethnic groups who are committed to remove their children during term time in order to attend religious ceremonies.
Yeah.
True.
Oh, that is so fucking.
The rules that dictate that you cannot remove children during term time should be applied equally across all groups.
Exactly.
Which is true. It's not. It is kind of a religious ceremony.
Yeah. Because You're they if they get married in a church, then they are fucking Christians, or whatever.
Different groups are allowed their, you know, whenever they're allowed off.
Yeah, it should be the same.
Yeah. Anyway, I'd rather bloody pay £60 fine and get a holiday about £300 cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. They're getting fucking married anyway. Whether it was about the holiday or not, you can't let a kid not go to his parents' wedding.
Everyone's going to get one child to school.
And also there won't be anyone to look after him, so he'll be in care.
Yeah.
What they're gonna do? Let their child go into care or let him go to a wedding? That's hilarious. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
That'd be something Eagle House would do.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine Eagle House would be doing that shit?
Teachers are off.
Exactly.
And like the amount of supply teachers that are in the schools because teachers are off.
Exactly.
They don't get bloody fines.
Exactly. You're just proving the point even further.
And I worked in a school, so I can say it.
And then people won't be like, "Oh, I'm never off."
We had all the inset days off, and
I remember.
We'd go in for training, but some we wouldn't.
I remember there was a time at Eagle House where everybody was off pretty much because of the strike, innit?
Yeah, strikes.
I remember that.
Yeah, the amount of parents, because you can't go into school, the parents have to have a day off work to look after their children. Don't find the teachers.
Yeah, they don't get the teachers in trouble. That's huh?
Makes me sick.
Yeah, winds me up when people go on strike. So, like, you get paid enough already.
Bloody teachers. You know, it's a hard
And
job. I'm not saying it's easy. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But, you know, they do get good holidays. Yeah, they have to work. So what? They can work at home.
And also they get loads of holidays anyway because they work in a school.
Exactly.
They're lucky. Most people don't even get holidays. The only holidays they get are like the holidays where they have to book off themselves.
Yeah.
Teachers get weekends and inset days off pretty much, so they don't have to deal with any kids, innit? Dealing with no kids is better than going to work where there's loads of kids around. Especially when you work at Eagle House. It's crazy, ain't it? See, this is the thing. People are getting fined for literally walking down the road and shit now. People are getting kicked out and fined everywhere. It's mad. Soon you won't be able to do anything. You'll just have to go to work. You won't be able to get married soon. It's getting to that point now. When you're ill, you won't be able to get a day off school anymore.
No.
You have you have the flu, and they're just like, yeah, well, you're gonna have to go in school.
Every time you're ill.
And just you can't have a day off school. My parents nearly got fined once because I didn't go into school when I was at Eagle House, and they were gonna fine me because they couldn't get a cab.
Yeah.
That was kind of silly. Like, obviously I could have gone into school myself, but why am I going to go into school myself when everyone takes a cab?
Yeah.
And I live quite far away anyway. I used to come, I'd either come into school late, or I just wouldn't come into school at all. There's no point in me coming into school if I'm going to come in late. I used to come in like an hour late and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, well, I missed one lesson, so what's the point in me coming in? It's kind of like a funeral.
What is?
You should be able to go to your
Oh God.
your
Yeah.
family's
Oh,
funeral.
you're only allowed to go if it's your parents.
Really?
And you'll get paid. If you go if it's someone else, you don't get paid. And they can say you can't go.
I was talking mainly for students, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's just weird.
Victory. Well,
Your grandparent died. Probably the most important person in your family. That'd be no joke. I'd say grandparents get more involved than the parents with their own grandchildren.
in airlock, Guardian.
Doesn't matter if you're the worst grandparent in the world and they're the best mom in the world, the grandparent still gets involved more. That's safe to say, because
Almost, yeah.
as I don't really know anybody who doesn't speak to their grandparent. I'm on this same fucking mission, Jesus Christ. Been doing it for the last hour.
House judgment.
Hey, I leveled up.
You have won. Treasure waits below. It calls to you. Yes.
Go to the treasure room. Okay, I will. That sounds good. Apparently I nearly killed myself or something. Oops. Damn, got a load of shit for that. You're gonna hear that in the recording. Or the live stream.
Yeah.
Stop being rude, please. Well, I'm pretty much wet after that. Like a bucket, I could fill a bucket.
That sounds so rude.
I know. What I meant was, I'm so sweaty I could fill a bucket. That's what I was trying to say before you rudely insinuated stuff.
It just sounded so rude. Oh, I'm so wet right now. I could fill a bucket.
Of course you'd think that of me. You out of all people.
These coordinates put the gate to the Black Garden near the lost city of Freehold. It's been buried in the sand since the collapse. Now, the Cabal occupy the area, and most of Mars. No one gets through their exclusion zone. Great. The gate to the Black Garden is miles from here. And the Cabal got a lock on orbital communication. If you want your Sparrow, you're going to have to break into one of their bunkers and disable the system. Here's what I have on the Cabal. 800 pounds and highly militarized. They blow up planets and moons just for getting in their way. Just so you know what we're dealing with. They're inside. My advice? We avoid engagement until we understand them better. Easier than I thought. Scanning for something linked to their orbital grids. That one. Access key? I don't need an access key. DOS is more complicated. Oh. I think I initiated a failsafe. I guess that was their failsafe.
One of my cousins, yeah, he had a job where he used to work from home.
Oh, right.
And all he did was really sit on a laptop.
Huh?
Pretty much.
Doing what?
I don't know. But all he did was sit on a laptop. He had to work from... I remember they stayed at my nan's for a night and he had to work for my nan's. No joke. I remember he was like, the system's down. Oh my god, I can't work. It's like, well...
Oh damn, I'll have to go and watch telly instead.
Yeah. I remember it was like calling them up. I was like, I'm supposed to even They even fucking at work at Boxing Day. I think it was. Or I think it was the next day of Boxing Day actually. So it probably was, but still, I would be fucking too lazy to fix it. It was a shitty laptop, I remember. Looking on comparison to what it probably is like now, it's probably a load of shit.
Sparrow is accessible. Let's head toward the gate.
Don't know what the fuck you're doing. It was so loud.
The Cabal appear to be at war with the Vex here. Maybe they know something about the gate. There's a few outposts nearby. Let's check them out. You want to get in the middle of this, that's your call. An outpost should be up ahead. I can dig into their systems and see what I can find about the gate. Look for something I can access.
Was there anything?
No.
Didn't think so. Apart from harassment. aka junk mail. It's basically what they do when they send you letters through the door, harass you. They should make it illegal to do that stuff. So annoying. It's like when you get spam emails. That's what it's like. You might as well. I'd rather get fucking spam emails. At least then I can delete them and tell them they're fucking gone. Put them in their fucking places. Click the block button so that they never come back again. Fucking daft cunts. So do you like sexy Russian girls' email account is blocked? I don't like it's so specific though. The ad, like it obviously it's probably not even a legit website to be honest. But don't you find it so random how it's so it's targeted towards a certain woman? Be like, no thanks, I prefer Indians to be honest. Just email them back. No thanks, prefer Indians.
That's the gate.
email them back saying, sorry, I'm on eHarmony.
Harmony.
Also, most of them, if you actually click on the links, they send you stuff that you have to pay for anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Or they just a virus on your computer. Not all of them are viruses. Like, if you actually click on them, because I have accidentally on occasions, they're not always like viruses, they're just stupid dumb websites that need to use clickbait adverts and annoying fucking window pop-ups to get you to click on their website.
Oh yeah, I know.
Let's see what they know about the gate.
Like, not all of them are fake, some of them are like legit websites. Obviously, that's not the case for all of them, though, that's the thing.
There's a lot here. I'm not sure they even understand what the gate is. But if we're going to wake the Gate Lord's eye and get into the Black Garden, looks like we're going to have to go through the Cabal.
Yeah. You see all the people that were at AC London, I reckon all of them were just away team fans.
Yeah.
Because AC London, you can't just get fans out of thin air. You actually have to be alright. You just know that if they ever got to the Premier League, then all their fans would be fake. Because we was there at the start, kind of.
More than anyone else.
I know, we've probably been to more games. We've probably been to more AC London games than most teams who support teams in that league have been to.
Okay. All part of the plan. Guardian.
People probably don't even know they fucking exist. Only got about 45 minutes playing that.
Really?
I was playing that level for so bloody long, that's why. Should see the other one. That's what you call fucking hard.
I have a plan to charge the Gate Lord's eye. Deep in their warbase, the Cabal are sitting on a Vex spire that connects to the Black Garden Gate. We free that spire, we can charge the eye. We'll be hitting the Cabal where they're the strongest. So I hope you're ready for war. Here we go. Let's fight our way into their warbase.
Don't you find it funny how on survey websites they give you the options to click the prefer not to answer thing, when if you're doing a survey that shouldn't be an option because you're doing it for the money, but
If you prefer not to answer, then don't do it.
exactly, I was just about to get onto that point. Basically, you have to be like fully honest, even though I'm not half the time. You have to be fully honest, yeah. But if it gives you a prefer not to answer button, there's no point in you doing a survey.
No.
Because you're gonna have to. If you do that, then you won't get accepted for anything. So what's the point?
That's the thing. What's the point?
You're not gonna get any points or money or whatever, and also you
I'll scan for a good vantage point. Hold on.
also there's no point in you being on it, because you need to give answer whether you're being honest or not.
Yeah.
So people can get feedback. Did you know you actually go against the terms and conditions if you're not honest?
Oh yeah.
I was reading up about it, it was funny. Like, obviously I knew that, but it depends in sort of a sense. Like, the way I do it, I basically break the terms of service ban. I bet you if you got paid a lot more, people would do it. I know. But could you imagine getting quite a lot on the side if you got it quicker and stuff? That's what I meant. Basically be giving away like free jobs pretty much.
Yeah. I'm getting paid for nothing anyway.
Exactly. What people would do is buy a laptop just to get PayPal. Just to do surveys. You know someone out there is living off of just doing surveys. And there's probably someone who goes on like every single survey website a day. There's Jeremy Kyle show today. Don't you think if people are getting in trouble with benefit fraud, then they need to review the benefit system a bit more?
You feel it all the time, really.
I know, but people get away with it bad.
Well, I don't know how people actually manage to, like,
Get away with it.
con their way into getting it, because it's so bloody hard when you're actually out of work for a reason.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
People do all sorts of stuff though, innit?
That observation tower overhead. There's bound to be a way to locate
I
this
just
fire
find
there.
it silly how people get it so easily. We find out about that all the time when we watch the Jeremy Kyle show. I'd say like every week someone's getting told that they're breaking or someone's been accusing someone of benefit fraud. I reckon half of them do it and all.
Just, I don't know how.
Let's try that terminal. Come on. I got it. It's on the other side of another defense line. Well, if they didn't already know we're coming, they do now.
I'm over halfway through level 33. I need to get more levels because the thing I just completed, there's more things. Whether it's like that or not, I don't know, but there's more to them.
Oops.
You're doing the sound thing.
Want me to push that?
What's wrong with your sound?
Nothing. I don't want you to push that.
I think they just invited us in. Feels like a trap.
You silly.
Get ready. You know what happens when I open doors.
Yeah, cool, mate.
What?
I know what happens when you open doors.
Yeah, when I went to this wedding, yeah. It was my stepdad had a childminder, yeah, and I went to this wedding, yeah. The thing is, the wedding was probably better than every wedding I've been to with my family, pretty much. Because thing is, I didn't give most of them. I didn't give a fuck really, because I'd never see them again. I haven't seen them since they've been married, and they got married fucking years ago now, and
2 years ago?
Huh? No, it wasn't the wedding in Poland.
Oh.
I'm talking about when my sister's their dad, he had a childminder who got married, and he was invited to the wedding, so I went with him.
Oh, right.
I didn't know her. I never met her, and she sort of just invited the whole family really. So I went with him because mainly because I wanted to get away from my mum, but I went, yeah, and I enjoyed it more than all of my family's weddings, because I think it was because if anyone had a bad opinion of me when the night finished, I would never find out because I wouldn't know, innit? So I wasn't too fast. I was the only white person there as well, so everyone probably hated me anyway. Literally, I was the only white person. I remember going in and thinking, holy shit. I've never sat in a room with so many black people in. That sounds very rude, but it's true. I can't explain it any more than that. I can't explain it in any less of a way than that. But yeah, like, even if people thought I was a dick, it wouldn't matter, because I wasn't ever gonna see them again. That was the first and last time I'll ever see them, not ever again. So that's why I went, because I knew it wouldn't matter. It was a good wedding though. The woman who got married was really nice, and her husband was nice as well. I met them. They were probably thinking, who the fuck is he? I didn't invite no white guy. They were just like, what the hell is an ice cream doing here? It's true though. That's probably what they were thinking. They were like, I didn't invite no ice creams. They were like, only black chocolate, please.
You handle the cabal. I'll wait the eye.
So whenever we go around my sister's nan's, there's always a white person there because, well, one of my sister's uncles is married to a white woman, and also most of the friends of the family are white anyway. So there's always a few of them who come round. So like it's not unheard of. At first it was. I was like, I was probably like the first white person to ever walk in their nan's kitchen before.
No,
This-
that would be your mum.
This was when I was born. Yeah, maybe.
Well, yeah. Sure, she'd have been there before.
Yeah, probably. But when all the family were there, I remember going round for the first time. Like, well, obviously I got the most dirtiest looks and everything. I swear you would have thought they'd have never have seen an ice cream before. It was mad. It was. I used to get dirty looks and I used to get the piss taken out of me bad. Just for looking like a cream cracker. But yeah, like, I wasn't surprised, to be honest. I was probably the first white person they'd ever see.
I doubt it. It's not the 60s.
Nah, all I'm saying is that I'm probably the first white person in their family. We don't want no Cocoa Pops in our family. What, I'm just being straight. That's what they were like. It was weird.
Cocoa Pops are brown anyway.
Yeah, I guess so.
Rice Krispies.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Why'd I say fucking Cocoa Pops?
We don't need Rice Krispies in this family.
Yeah, that's what
We
they
only
said,
want
pretty
Cocoa
much.
Pops.
That's pretty much what they were like. Like, I swear to you, if there was a racism towards white people, that was it. Because I've never seen I've never seen people look down to me so much before. Like, it was mad, it was crazy. Like, if you was there, you'd understand how weird it felt. Obviously, because the girls weren't born at the time. There was obviously, like, it was different. But now everyone's just cool. Everyone's just chill. It's just hard to forget because of how funny it was. Yeah, their name was cool. Because I hadn't actually met her before I first spoke to her. I spoke to her on the phone. She called up. I think she called up. This is how long ago this was. Yeah. We had a phone in the kitchen. That's how long. That's how. What actually happened was we had a phone in the kitchen, but the wire was like not taped to the floor, so it was loose. And one day I like fell over the wire and it snapped, basically. And so we never used the kitchen. We never used it again. But basically, I remember answering it and speaking to her. I had never, or I think either I answered the phone and she was on the phone, or my mom or someone let me speak to her. It might have been that actually, because I remember asking to speak to her because I had never met her before or anything, so I was excited. It was exciting because I didn't know who she was. I'd never met her, so I probably asked her, talked to her on the phone, which is funny. I'll never forget the first day I met her because, I think it was probably like the second time I met her, when all her family, when it was like a party or something, and everyone gave me the biggest stare down ever. Just like, yeah, it's the cream cracker. I don't know what I clicked on, but they were like, shut up, Weetabix.
Shut up.
They were just like, we don't want no milkshake in our fucking yard. That's what they were saying.
Seems like the Cryptarchs are really curious about this region of Mars.
For years, the Cryptarchs have been waiting to break through the exclusion zone and find what's left in that buried city. They say Freehold birthed technological wonders. We cannot let the Cabal destroy it.
It's a shame sometimes it's like that, isn't it? They don't want to see no cream crackers. But to be fair, could you imagine? Could you imagine if a white person went to a country that only really has black people? They'd probably think the same thing. And
Yeah, but we're not in a country that's just white people.
I know, but what I'm saying is, if a white person went to somewhere where it was just full of black people, they would think the same thing as us if only white people were allowed in a country. Don't you think? I can't think of a country that would be a country where a white person wouldn't really be in. Maybe like Somalia or something. Like, could you imagine a white person in Somalia? Something like that.
Well, I know, but it's different because it is
I'll scan
predominantly
for Cabal
black.
transmissions.
Yeah,
This country isn't.
that's what I'm saying,
This
though.
country isn't predominantly white. This is a mixed
I've got
race
something.
country.
Inside
Yeah, I
the
know,
fucking-
but what I'm saying is, when it was all going on, it could have been the opposite way.
What do you mean?
Like, when there was people, like, when they were trying to make it equal in America, if it was the opposite way around and there was a minority of white people, it would be the same in another country. That's what I'm
In
saying.
this country, we're talking decades and decades and decades ago.
Yeah, I know. And then now we've got this new shit where they're like, Black Lives Matter. Oh my god. To be honest, in my opinion, like, you can't bring that up when it's ended years ago. Otherwise you're just causing trouble for no reason.
Feed back to their base here. Let me listen.
Like, soon... Oh, my fucking batteries are low. I'm hiding in a corner. Problem is with this game you can't bloody fucking hide in a corner because enemies come out all the
Yeah.
time.
You're too far from the end, so I don't suppose you know.
There we go. I had just started the mission, so it would have been a pain in the butthole. fucking hell, there was like hair attached to that and everything. It's probably your blood, yeah. Just have to blame the person nearest, innit?
Always.
Yep. That's the rules.
Yeah, always.
If it's your fault, you have to blame the person next to you. Even though it's definitely not my fault.
Looks like the Cabal have a recon team stationed at the top of the other skyscraper. They must have
Yeah, when I was living in Tooting, I felt like the minority. I was probably the only one English in
Always been
Tooting.
like that in Tooting, though.
Now that I'm back in Sutton, I don't feel like the minority anymore.
Eastern Europeans now.
Huh?
Eastern Europeans now.
I know, but it's not bad in Sutton, not like Tooting. You don't feel like the minority in Sutton.
Clovis Bray, a center for
I
scientific
felt like the minority in Tooting, that's for sure.
AI
When I walked around, people were asking me for cigarettes in different languages.
could be a gold mine.
You can usually tell when someone's bullshitting about being a prostitute on a cop show, because they if they're foreign yet and they say that they start speaking English and they're like, sorry, I can't speak English.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I've never heard so much bullshit in my life. Like when people become prostitutes, they pick up the language even while they're prostituting, innit? Like that's why they speak the way they do, because they pick it up from other people.
They can all speak English.
I know they just
do when they
bullshit
need to.
because they like when I was in Poland, everyone spoke English apart from when they were drunk. Like no joke, if you spoke to a Polish person when they were drunk, it was impossible. You couldn't understand a word. Like when I was me and my cousin's wife's family, yeah, her brother was so pissed at that when we were making conversation, he was like, he went from speaking proper English all of a sudden like, I can't fucking understand you. Because he was so drunk, he was so pissed. Like, it was mad, it was proper drunk. I think it was like a sister's kid who could speak both languages very well. For a girl of her age, she knew quite a lot of languages, which was weird. She knew like other languages too, but obviously she didn't need to speak any other language than English or Polish, so that wasn't really a problem. Apart from there were a few people from other countries, because my cousin used to travel a lot, so he used to make friends with people from different countries. Like I'm pretty sure there was a woman from Spain there. One of the English guys who said they lived in Tooting's wife was like Spanish or something. So this girl could like speak Spanish to her or whatever. They probably obviously because we've never been to school in another country, we don't know, but I bet you most people have English lessons in school in other countries. It's because they probably don't even fucking remember, because when you do it, you don't ever go to the country that you learn the language of.
Everyone comes to England now, that's why it's learnt all around the world.
Yeah. Like when we learnt Spanish, like the deadest, that's like the deadest thing ever. They made you learn it for like 2 years and then you'd stop and then no one would remember. They should have done it later on if they were going to do it, innit? Don't you think? Probably wouldn't have made a difference really, but they should have done it later if they're going to make you learn a language.
If you want to learn it,
Yeah.
You've got a reason for wanting to learn it, so you'll carry it on all through school.
I can't remember any of them.
From nursery.
Yeah.
For all schools.
I couldn't remember shit that we learned in Spanish. Funnily enough, at Glenthorne I was meant to do Spanish, but I never, obviously because I wasn't there, I didn't learn it. But fuck, I'm so glad that I only had to learn it for 2 years, innit? I'd have been screwed because everyone knew that. It's weird, yeah. Everyone, I remember going into Spanish class, yeah, and everyone knew the language apart from me. Like it was like everyone had learned it and I hadn't. Cause in primary school we never learnt Spanish. We never learnt another language. It's like learning English is fucking hard enough, even being from England sometimes. But to learn 2 fucking languages, it's painful.
It's not if you do it from a very young age.
Yeah.
And continue it from nursery up to college.
That's the thing though, I never learnt it in primary school.
No, well, you do. Years 5 and 6. 3. No, from years 3, I think you do it then.
I never learnt any other language though.
Usually do.
That's why when we was in fucking Spanish class, I was like, why the fuck's everyone talking Spanish? No joke, yeah? This was how advanced people were already. The teacher was making us speak in Spanish to each other. I had no fucking clue what I was talking about. I was just reading off. Like, I remember saying to my teacher, yeah, I was like, Miss, can you give me a piece of paper and so I can write it down? And she was like, didn't you learn it? I was like, of course not.
This machine, it's still active. Let me analyze it.
They didn't want no cracker turning up to the wedding.
This AI once connected to the war mind of Mars.
Hey, I'm level 34. Fuck's sake.
Rasputin's controlling it. I can't get in, and neither could the Cabal. He's everywhere now.
I might as well end it here because if I start a mission I'll be like half an hour. So yeah.